Hey there, YouTube. Smyth Steadin, Mr. Smyth Steadin here. Figured I'd give you the garden update. Let you know how things are going in our wonderful garden. Wish we had a big garden, you know, everything just nice, growing nice, and, you know, having all these vegetables to have during the wintertime. But we make do with what we got. So, anyways, here y'all go. Enjoy. Okay, so far with the Father's Day Project garden, I've made some improvements and planted some other things. We have our tomatoes that we had planted, and the green peppers way down there at the very end, and then our other side, the garden of the other planter, excuse me. But the whole construction of this was so that's all nice and gives the ability to have the tomatoes trellis so that they don't just fall over with that heavy, lovely vegetable. Anyway, so as far as an addition, I added another part of the trellis, another supporting sticks for high wind. It keeps it nice ice up, and haven't had no problems with it. But so we got red bell peppers. That's a new addition. And these little things all along here are cucumbers. We'll see how those go. But I'm hoping to start seeing some vegetables on these plants soon. Hopefully. We never know. But anyway, so, alright. And that's Theron watching his TV. You can hear in the background. This is my green onions, some of which I'm going to have to cut today and add to the stock of other green onions. But if you let them grow in the garden, they actually grow pretty big. I'd say that's about a foot right there. But they get so hot, they get so tall that they just bend over like that because they're just so heavy. But anyways, those are the green onions. This is our main garden. As you can see, it's pretty decent size. It's not like no farm field full of corn or anything like that, but it works for us. We got pole beans growing up nice and neat. This little guy here is growing up almost to the top. That's about 4 foot. About 4 foot, this little guy. And this little guy too, about 4 foot. That's 2 of the bush bean plants. The other ones aren't growing so high yet. Well, they're getting there. But we got pole beans, bush beans, or something like that. And we had terrible rains and we couldn't keep everything exactly where it was. I mean, I had to transplant lettuce that was growing in the middle of the rows. Somewhere 2 rows over, actually, from where it was supposed to be. But we got our lovely plants there. More cucumbers down here. They're doing decent since I transplanted those. We got all these tomato plants here. Those are all from seed. We have them tied up all on the bottom of them, which apparently I did wrong the first time, but we got it figured out. But this way they have something to trellis up and help support them when they start giving up the goodness. But so, alright, I'm gonna come back around over here. sadly, we had everything planted all in here. Every single row had something planted. Well, that did not all take. And so we're near the planting season of planting garlic and a few other things for winter. See how that goes. I'm not sure how that goes in northern Michigan, but anyway, so you can see there ain't nothing over there, and there ain't nothing from the top of the screen all the way down to the fence, where I've tilled it back up, getting it ready. But I keep going in here and pulling all this grass and all that just to help give the plants room to breathe. All the way at the end, you can see that this is the lettuce I transplanted. I had one lettuce over here, and the other one was over here. And I think there's another lettuce there. I'm not sure. It looks like a lettuce. That guy right there. That looks like lettuce. Yum. I'm known as the rabbit here. I eat lettuce. But so, we transplanted these. They seem to be perking up. Besides the carrot. Maybe it'll perk up. We'll see. It looks like it's not completely dying out. Just the leaves at the top. So we got these two plants that we bought. Banana pepper, and then we have 2 jalapeno peppers. I've added another tire, which, you know, to me, recycling these and making sure that you give a place to where mosquitoes can't lay by filling them like this really works out. And that way these tires don't end up in the dump, because that also costs money. So I figured the previous owner of the house left them, so we're reusing them. I've cut out the rim. These are we'll just call these the Goodyear plants here. These are the Goodyear jalapeno plants. Put these 2 bamboo sticks so that if they get high, and they want to start lean, we can always bring them back into the middle to where they're not going to fall out and then just die from falling over or what have you. Lovely, lovely potatoes. I got to squirt some dish soap on it. I didn't think we could do that, but you dilute dish soap and squirt it on it, and it helps prevent these lovely little holes. It's in these. Something's been eating them or growing on them or something, but it keeps them from being destroyed. These got trellised up. Well, not really trellised up. More like I tied a big rope. You can see the rope back there. That's on the other side of the tire. I tied it all the way around the whole thing, so that they don't lean over like I was saying for these. If they get too tall, they'll start leaning over, and then it's just like, eh. So I tied them up, and they're actually keeping up now. They're pretty good. It's like our best ones we got, surprisingly. Oh yeah, that over there is another lettuce. I got to pick out the rest of the stuff, but sure, this is our first year actually really planting stuff that is growing good. But as you can see, there are other 2 lovely recycled tires with more potatoes. We planted these later in the season once we actually were able to do something. This is our Cinco potatoes. Like Cinco de Mayo. Cinco potatoes! They're growing pretty good. I gotta spray more dish soap on them. We actually pulled one of those up and seen how the potatoes are doing. There's like 5 or 6 potatoes on one of them, and they're about maybe a quarter size right now. Other potatoes. This is prototype type 2. Since we had to drain those out, fill them back up, those seem to be doing better. And once again, like I said, I got to I got to squirt these down with dish soap and I don't know what's going on because we've not watering them now midday, since it is starting to get decent out here. But they're starting to yellow, some of them. So I'll have to figure that out. All this along here is nothing but berries. It's almost just about pretty much mid-July. We keep checking. We have different places we look for berries, but I'm hoping for the first week of August we're being nothing but little berry pickers. This is from the previous owner. They planted all this around our water pump. I think it's beautiful. It had tulips on it until my daughter decided to pick those off, which I'm not happy about, but she eventually learned, hey, yeah, you want it to look pretty, right? Don't touch it. Pretty things don't get touched. And supposedly this is a apple tree, from what our landlord was telling us. But we're gonna be buying this place, so eventually he won't be our landlord, but he was telling us this is apple tree. We'll see. Generally our chores take about 35-45 minutes for the animals. This lovely structure we put up yesterday, just temporary, and we experimented yesterday of leaving these 3 rabbits out all night. There were some concerns about maybe some predators, but thus far they look happy. Our big oversized fat bunny over there, Shadow, I think he knows I'm talking. He's just a fat boy. He likes to eat. And then our 2 lovely does. Still have no name for this one, but we'll see. And then our fawn back there. They're all taken care of, and I see that somebody didn't close the lid on that. Anyways, so they're doing pretty good. They're loving it out here. Eventually I'll build a rabbit hutch. I got a rabbit hutch to build, a compost bin, a shed to keep all our goods in for the animals. That's nothing but hay in there. That way we don't have to run all the way inside to get more hay. As you can see here, we have some escapees. So we're learning that's, hey, guess what? It's time to clip feathers. Because the door they get through, it's completely closed. So they gotta be flying over. A few other escapees over here. Ladies, what are you doing? You better get back in there. I gotta clean this out, but these are our lovely, lovely little chicks we got from Meyer Hatchery. And they're getting big. Getting big. And there's Casper back there, meowing down. You can see him, he's white. Yep, see him? He's chilling out, enjoying his food, his hay, and his water. Here's our meat birds. There's a debate, you know, we've talked to a few people and everything, and I'm not 100% sure they're ready for harvest. We'll just put it that way. Dispatching, harvest, whatever you want to call it. This one, they're getting big, but they're not quite there yet. But they're getting there. On this lovely, lovely septic mound, which is at the back of our property, all those are small berries, berry bushes. All small berry bushes. It's about 5 foot by 10 foot of nothing but berries. And then there's some all along. Actually, there's berries over there. And there's berries all along this. All along this. That's a berry bush of some sort. Nothing but berries all around here. And we cleared all this land out, starting to. We're going to plant some other stuff here to help support the, well, not help support, just give us more berries, because we'll get more berries. That's more conifer. We use that for fertilizer. But anyways, that's our video today, YouTube. Figured I'd give you an update of ours. My personal version of it. But, alright, see y'all next time.